Boy, in your dreams that you will be as famous host as you are now?
Hindi, Glenn. Dahil Hindi, Glenn. Dahil wala naman talaga akong pangarap. Hindi klaro sa akin ang pangarap. Kung tatanungin mo ako bilang bata, ako yung bata na wala akong sinasabi. Hindi naman yung I want to be a lawyer, I want to be a pilot, I want to be a dancer. Wala akong ganun, Glenn. Dahil I was just moving with the flow. My father wanted me to be a lawyer. Nanay wanted me to be an accountant. Tatay siguro wanted me to be a lawyer because madaldal nga ako. Ang nanay naman, gusto akong maging accountant dahil marami siyang nakikita ng mga kababayan namin na nagtatrabaho sa bangko, sa Philippine National Bank, sa PNB. So, well, this was in jest, no? Papabiro na sinabi ng nanay na ang akala niya, sabi niya, pag nagtrabaho ka sa bangko, malay mo, magiging may-ari tayo ng bangko. Dahil Glenn, nung pumanaw ang aming ama, ang aming bahay ay nakasanla sa Philippine National Bank. So, present yun doon sa isipan ng aking ina na gusto niya maging accountant. Pero kung akong tatanungin mo, I didn't know what I wanted to become. Pero nung pumanaw ang tatay, doon klumaro kung ano ang pangarap ko. At ang pangarap na yon was to give my mother the best life possible. Lahat ng ginawa ko sa buhay ko para sa nanay, lahat ng pagpupunyagi, lahat ng pagtsatsaga, lahat ng pakikipagsapalaran ay para sa aking ina. Nakita ko ba that I was going to be on television? Hindi. Hindi ko nga alam na may talk show host. Hindi ko nga alam na may television career. Ako'y pinabutihan ko lang. Kaya importante po ito, lalo na sa mga batang LGBT people who are eavesdropping on this conversation. My journey was very difficult. Importante na ngayong araw na ito, gawin mo lang the best you can kung anong ginagawa mo, and then you will be led to where you're supposed to be. You will be led to the next step. So pinagbutihan ko lamang yung aking buhay sa teatro hanggang from being a chorus boy, I was a production assistant, and then nagtrabaho ako sa PR department ng Metropolitan Theater, and then I became a director for public relations. Doon ako nag-umpisa hanggat marami akong nakilala ng mga artista, Martin Rivera, sila Paps Fernandez, sila Jaja Padilla, sila Kuli Desma, who all did some plays for the Metropolitan Theater. So, nung ako'y nagtayo ng sarili kong PR office, which was backroom, galing yung aking karanasan sa Metropolitan Theater. And that's how I started. And then, mula sa pagiging isang PR man, pagiging isang publicist, ako'y naging isang manager. I started to manage talents. Dumating na sa buhay ko sila Ariel Rivera and company. At hanggang ngayon naman, kahit ako'y naging talk show host, hindi ko binitawan ang pagiging talent manager. Meron pa rin ako naging backroom hanggang naging Asian Artists Agency. Tuloy-tuloy pa rin yun. I was with Channel 7. I was doing PR jobs, I think, for Channel 7. Noong na-meet ko si ang dakilang kaibigan, Bobby Barrero. And I don't know what it was that Bobby saw in me when he said, would you like to try television? And I didn't say no. I said yes. And that started my career on television. It was very difficult because I also didn't know what I was doing. Naalala ko pa yung unang show namin ni Gretchen Barreto, Show and Tell, sa Channel 7. I apologized to my audience and I said, pasensya na po kayo mga kaibigan, give me 4 shows. Aayusin ko po ito. Alamin ko po kung paano mag-host ng TV. So that's how I started. And ang ano lamang, Glenn, is whatever you're doing now, whatever you're doing today, do it the best way you can, and that will lead you to the next place. That will lead you to the next right move.
Share us, Tito Boy, your style. Paano mo nagawa na magamit yung iyong authenticity, yung core mo?
Napakahirap ng aking pinagdaanan because, you know, we are in a business or we are in a world where many of us are afflicted, sabi nga ni Oprah Winfrey, with a disease to please. Gusto natin nagugustuhan tayo, gusto natin nagugustuhan yung trabaho natin ng tao. So criticism is not natural to many of us. We want to be liked. We want to be praised. And that's okay, no? Pero, fortunately or unfortunately, ang kritisismo is ancillary, is bahagi ng ating trabaho, ng ating buhay. Merong nagkakagusto sa atin, merong hindi. At ang sakit-sakit pakinggan ng hindi maganda na sinasabi tungkol sa iyo. So, anong ginawa ko sa buhay ko? Alam mo, Glenn, nag-uumpisa pa lamang ako. I was doing television. Meron akong kaibigan, and this is a public story that I always share. May kaibigan ako na hanggang ngayon, he's one of the biggest names in Philippine entertainment. Sabi niya sa akin, alam mo boy, huwag ka na mag-TV. Mahirap. If you go on cam, that's not your cup of tea. Nakikita ko na one day you're going to be head of your own marketing firm. You're going to be head of your advertising agency. But don't go on cam. Sabi ko, bakit naman? Because my friend was concerned. It was a well-meaning alam mo ang sinabi na sa akin, Glenn, tatlo. Sabi niya, number one, mahihirapan ka. Una, may accent ka. Waray ka. Yung E nagiging E, yung O nagiging U. Di ba? Number two, sabi niya, hindi ka masyado kagandahan. Because to be on television, parang you were expected to be tisoy, you were expected to be good-looking. And number three, sabi niya, you're gay. Tatlong bagay. So sabi ko talaga, mahihirapan talaga ako. Pero sabi ko, kung gagamitin ko yung pagiging gay, pagiging hindi ko masyado maganda, at saka yung pagiging waray ko, sabi ko, what if I use the three to my advantage? Malay mo mag-work. Kasi ang pananaw ko, yes, I'm gay, and I'm proudly gay. I'm really proudly gay. Naniniwala ako na ang pagiging bakla, ang pagiging gay, ay hindi kasiraan. Mula't mula, Glenn, yan ang paniniwala ko. Para sa akin, I was so connected to my truth. Mahirap man, hindi man naiintindihan ng marami noon, pero I was proudly gay. Pangalawa, sabi ko, kung hindi man ako kagandahan sa mata mo, baka hindi mo lang masyado nakikita ang ganda ko. Biniro ko nga siya noon. Sabi ko, baka hindi mo lang nakikita. But early on in my career, I was not going to allow anybody to define my beauty. I was to define me because of how I look and because of my accent. Pangatlo, I'm waray, I'm gay, tapos hindi ako masyadong kagandahan. Sabi ko, hindi. I will not allow anybody to define who I am. You were just so driven to make it because I told you it would be so difficult to make it in a business that depends so much on presentation. Sabi ko, wala eh. Yeah. Wala ako masyadong inisip kundi to make it. Meron lang ako ikukwento, Glenn, na sagot dyan sa katanungan mo. Alam mo, merong, I don't know if this is a Confucian story. Merong isang grupo. Tapos sila'y napunta sa isang lugar na may kumunoy, How do you call that? Not a sinkhole. What is kumunoy? Quicksand. Okay? Tapos, yung tatlo na tao, siguro there were about 20 of them, yung tatlo na aksidente dun sa quicksand. And of course, they were struggling to survive. Gusto nila makalabas dun sa quicksand. Sabi ng mga tao, please, na awang-awa na yung mga tao sa kanila, give up, it's not gonna work. Kasi just go, it's probably your time to go. So, awang-awa na sila. Yung dalawa, gave up. At nahulog nga sila doon sa quicksand. Tapos, yung isa, hindi tumigil. Sige lang siya ng sige. Akyat lang siya ng akyat doon sa makakapitan, kumapit kung saan-saan. Until, of course, people were still shouting, give up, you're not gonna make it. It's kawawa ka, sige na, okay na, we'll take care of whatever, etc. But he didn't give up. Sige lang, tuloy-tuloy lang siya. Until he made it. And he survived. Only for people to find out na hindi niya naririnig ang isinisigaw ng tao because the man was deaf. No, of course, this is an allegory. This is a story that gives us a lesson that sometimes you cannot listen to all the opinions of everybody and to the noise. You have to focus and you have to be driven to go to where you want to be and not to be defined by the voices and the noise around you. Marami yun, Glenn. Pero humbling ito yung criticism. Hanggang ngayon naman may magkakagusto sa atin, merong hindi magkakagusto sa atin. And to me, that's fine. I'm fair game. I'm a public figure. I work in a public space. Pero dalawang klase kasi ang criticism May kritisismo na maganda ang intensyon. Glenn, I think you're over-talking. Boy Abunda, sobra kang madaldal, etc. If the intent is good, I listen. Pero kung alam mo na ang intensyon ay hindi masyado maganda, you have to block it off. You cannot allow yourself to be dragged into the negativity, into that negative space. Itong during the lockdown, during the quarantine, binasa ko yung libro ng venerable, one of the greatest actors of the world, Meryl Streep, no? Only for me, Glenn, to find out that even Meryl Streep, who is considered to be one of the finest, if not the finest actor of this generation, merong isang kritiko na lahat ng ginagawa niya mali. Ayaw niya. Sabi ko, this is really humbling. If this is Meryl Streep and she has a critic, who am I? I'm open, I'm fair game. Pero sana lang, we reach a point when we're very careful with our words. Kasi maraming puso ang nababasag, maraming buhay ang nasisira dahil sa masasakit na salita. Sana we exercise prudence, caution, and kindness. Because we can criticize. We can criticize with compassion. Hindi yung sige lang, ilalabas mo kahit ano. Yan naman ay sana lamang. But that's okay. You know, there's something worse than criticism, Glenn. It's okay to be criticized, but it's not okay for me to be ignored.